Temptation Island Season 5 Episode 2, Tiki Lights and Freaky Nights, was a drama-filled hour packed with juicy temptations and shocking moments. With the Temptation Island Season 5 couples and singles splitting up in order to begin the experience, things quickly got heated when the cast began to blend. After saying a final farewell, the couples separated into their own villas and began to decompress, but not for long. As the single men moved in with the coupled-up women and vice versa, the villas began to get spicy as the cast cohabitated. For some, the threat of their partners giving in to temptation was too much. Throughout the episode, host Mark L. Wahlberg checked in on the contestants to guide them in the process and see where their heads were at. Many felt confused and overwhelmed by the emotions they were feeling, and Mark gave them the chance to open up about things that may have been troubling them. With each coupled-up contestant choosing one single to take out on a date, the tensions ran high as partners had to watch each other choose a new person to spend time with. By the end of the episode, an explosive moment pushed one of the guys to the edge, causing an argument of epic proportions. Mark broke up the party to check in with the couples. The Temptation Island Season 5 premiere was left on a cliffhanger after Christopher Wells outed his girlfriend Maricela Figueroa, with the second episode picking up where the first left off. Mark interrupted the party happening between the singles and the couples, asking the singles to leave before chatting with the couples on his own. He explained that this would be their final moment together, and asked them to take some time to speak to one another. Mark quickly pointed out that this may be the last time you're together as a couple, which clearly seemed scary to some of the cast. The couples all separated to say their goodbyes. Chris apologized for outing Maricela, resolving their uncomfortable moment from the episode prior. Chris and Maricela discussed the way he spoke about her to the single guys. While Maricela seemed hurt by the fact that Chris was open about her sexuality in front of everyone as well as the cameras, he did seem genuinely apologetic for speaking out of turn. Maricela tearfully admitted in a confessional segment that this journey is about speaking for myself. I didn't get to do that today, and that hurts, and I am just trying to be okay. Chris was profusely apologetic and Maricela accepted his apology, but the damage may be done for the couple already. Vanessa shared she feels like a baby cougar. Vanessa Valente's main reason for coming to Temptation Island with her 10 years younger boyfriend Rob Maldonado was to ensure that their age gap wasn't as big of an issue as it seemed. When Vanessa met a few of the singles, she realized she was choosing to interact with younger men almost exclusively, which surprised her. I feel like a baby cougar, Vanessa shared, laughing but still shocked. It was clear that Vanessa didn't realize her taste skewed younger, though her desires seemed to be pointed towards a man who's a bit more mature than her current boyfriend or any other 24-year-old in the house. The couples said goodbye for a final time after Mark spoke to the couples. They all headed in separate directions to speak to one another for a final time before their separation. Throughout Temptation Island Season 5, the couples would see one another during mixed events or while they were choosing dates, but they wouldn't be able to see one another as partners or spend time together in the way they were used to. When left on their own, the couples all got quite emotional about separating from one another, clearly taking issue with the fact that they would be without each other for weeks at a time. Paris and Great had a tense final conversation during the party. Leonila, Paris, Pedro and Nazubechukwu. Great, Ezihie had a tough conversation that verged on the edge of a fight about both of their flirtations with other people. Paris explained that she didn't appreciate the way Great was acting towards other women in front of her, while Great took issue with all the men in the house checking Paris out. During their final goodbye, the couple wound up fighting even more as they talked through the night's events. They were both irritated with one another for paying attention to other Temptation Island cast members, even though part of the experience is to pair partners up with new people. 5. The couples asked singles out on dates in front of each other after being separated for the night. The entire Temptation Island Season 5 cast reconvened to take part in the first date selection, where each of the coupled-up contestants chose one single to take on a date. The Temptation Island cast clearly didn't expect to have to choose new dates in front of their partners. Caitlin Tufts chose Mike Zappa, Paris asked Christian Tesoriero, Vanessa chose Bryce Robinson, and Maricela asked Christian Barberich out. The men were shocked, but stepped up to choose as well. Rob asked Marjorie Goracho. Chris chose Alexius Adams. Hall Toledano asked Michaela Halstead, and Great chose Nafisa Terry to take on their snorkeling date. 4. Caitlin felt hurt by Hall's comments. Caitlin, who has been with her partner Hall for 8 years, spoke during the Temptation Island Season 5 premiere about the break they took from their relationship being a point of pain for her. During Temptation Island Season 5, Episode 2, Caitlin explained that Hall's need to pursue women outside their relationship made things difficult in the past. While Hall has been faithful to Caitlin and seems ready to start their lives together, during the first date selection, Caitlin felt hurt by Hall saying he wished he could choose them all, rather than just choosing one woman to date. She shared that his comment made her suspicious of his intentions. 3. The girls' villa connected while the guys' villa partied. Things got heated as the cast got back to their villas. At the guys' villa, the coupled-up guys and single girls decided to have a tiki-themed party, donning coconut bras and flower crowns. It got hot quickly as the women decided to show off their skills and dance for the guys, who were trying to keep their hands to themselves. In the girls' villa, the cast decided to take things a bit deeper. After the single guys cooked dinner, they all sat down to play a game of Drink or Dare. While things started off relaxed, they quickly got wild when Vanessa answered some revealing sexual questions. 2. Nafisa felt Great was being disrespectful during the tiki party at the guys' villa. Great and Tammy Lawson were getting to know one another after he watched her dance earlier in the evening. Nafisa, who Great had asked on a date earlier in the day, wasn't happy with the way he was acting towards Tammy, considering he'd told Nafisa he was interested in her. She explained that it felt disrespectful to her that Great had expressed interest, but wasn't paying her any mind in favor of ogling Tommy's body. It was clear that though she thought there may be a connection with Great, he'd have to work harder to get back into her good graces. 1. Rob broke down after snapping at the single women in the final moments of the tiki party. Rob snapped at some of the single women as he sat in the hot tub with several of them, as well as some of the guys. Rob felt that he was being talked over and didn't take it well. He stood up in the hot tub and shouted at the women, saying that his partner often spoke over him, and he felt it was deeply disrespectful for them to do the same. The women weren't happy with how they were being spoken to, and Rob removed himself from the situation before having a breakdown in the Temptation Island confessional.
Your 5 inches of heartache. 나